I'd like to thank you everyone for joining in the webinar, the Jumpstart. Okay, Jumpstart your mobile commerce strategy using Royal Cyber Mobile Solution. And today we have two speakers. One is Neil Doherty, and he is the mobile first specialist with IBM. And then another speaker is Sanjeev Pant. He is the mobile architect with Royal Cyber. And today we will be covering business pain points, Royal Cyber Mobile Commerce Solution, return on invest, and case studies. And I would like to hand over to Sanjeev.
Thanks, Prince. Hi, everyone. This is Sanjeev. Like Prince mentioned, I'm a solution architect for the mobile strategy in Royal Cyber. So today's topic is about jumpstarting your mobile commerce strategy using Royal Cyber Solutions. And with me, I have Neil. Neil is a mobile first specialist from the IBM space, IBM software. So I will start the agenda. Please feel free to stop me at any point and ask questions. I'd like to make it as interactive as possible. So feel free to ask me questions along the way, but we have a Q&A session at the very end. So today's agenda is going to be we will start with an introduction and the company overview, what the business pain points around the mobile commerce are, the return on investment as a result of moving to a mobile strategy. Mobile first, this is where Neil will cover some slides from IBM's mobile offering, mobile first offerings. Then we will cover Royal Cyber Solution on mobile, Royal Cyber's mobile commerce offerings, what we have to offer, why use IBM Worklight for mobile commerce platform, some case studies that we did. Then we'll do a call to action, that is what we offer, and a Q&A session. Okay, so moving forward, introduction. So we are based out of Chicago, Illinois, in the United States, and we have been in the business since 2002, and we have a lot of good resources on onshore and as well as offshore who help with the different mobile initiatives that we are doing at Royal Cyber around solutions, offerings, services. So from a global perspective, we are stationed at a lot of different continents. We have a big office in the United States. We are headquartered out of Chicago. We have also offices in UK, Pakistan, India, South Africa, and Australia. So jumping right into business pain points. So what it is that we are calling out for, having a mobile strategy. So some of the business pain points that I like to highlight is recognition and driving traffic. So basically, the reason for this is mobile enhances the traffic to your commerce. In this market space where everything is moving towards mobile these days, we are seeing a lot of traffic in terms of customers through the mobile device. So companies and enterprises needs to adapt so that they can have some competitive edge to their competitions, and mobile is one key element to that competition. So that is where recognition and driving traffic comes into play. Customers loyalty, satisfaction, dissatisfaction. This is the key factor on the basis of which your commerce store is successful. Because of the lengthened process and unusual checks for shopping, you start avoiding. So as a shopper, if I go to a store and I see a long line, these days people have very small, their patience runs out pretty quickly, so they try to figure out alternatives, and they either go away to another shop where there is not so much line, So we lose that customer based on some of the pain points that they have. If we were to enable this so that the customers can do the same thing online and just come into the store to pick up his items, it makes it that much easier for the customer to do business with that store. So customer loyalty and dissatisfaction is another one. Poor mobile usability. So this is one of the key things. A lot of companies are moving into mobile commerce strategy, but what they get mixed up with so much. There is so much to do in there that they lose the most important thing, which is usability. From our experience, from Royal Cyber's experience, what we have found out is 25 to 30% of our customers on their interacting with the mobile application go away or try to find alternatives because of the mobile usability. Amazon is successful around the whole Amazon strategy is because they have such an easy way of doing business with them. It's so much easier to find stuff. It's so much easier. Their whole adding to the cart all the way to the checkout process is so much easy from a usability standpoint, and it's so seamless that you don't really have to be a savvy internet or a mobile user to do that. Fragmented solutions is another business pain points. If you talk about selling products, desktops or laptops, they are not much in usage in the comparison with mobile these days. So finding a solution to enhance the point of sale is much easier with using mobile. Things like shop campaign, nearby shop detection, geolocation based offers are really helpful for any business growth. So we really have to understand what the fragmented solutions are and then try to capitalize on how we can make this this pain point go away from an enterprise consumer perspective. High expenses. So this is a key thing. So one of our discovery that we did with one of our larger customers, we found very quickly that they wanted to bring up the mobile strategy with less cost as they thought it would be, and also the duration. So that was the key thing. So when you move into the mobile strategy, you not only have to make the customer, give the customer the mobile strategy, but also figure out a very, good, cost plans to them. So high expenses, it becomes very important in that aspect. Abandoned cart. So shorter the checkout process, higher the purchases, right? And that's a given factor. It's been the factor for since we can think of doing shopping from a shopping perspective. The mobility process are always focused on least steps to do shop. So in order for this is one of the biggest pain points around the commerce mobile strategy, the abandoned cart. So we need to understand why customers are abandoning the cart. Royal Cyber's experience after doing, after utilizing different analytics tools, we were able to figure out why abandoned carts were happening, and we have case studies on that as well. So the important thing is why is abandoned cart happening, and this is a big business pain point, and we need to address these things. Okay, so business impact, right? The return on investment as a result of all these pain points. This is how I summarize it. So we are losing, the traffic goes down, the expenses goes up because of user experience, less user experience, product cost, and investment loss, right? So these are the as a result of traffic and expenses, the user experience, the product sale, and investment loss. that is the effect of traffic and expenses. So we need to understand what the business impact is and how we can work with customers in terms of these business pain points. And Rural Cyber has experience around it to make the business understand from a usability standpoint, from the abandoned cart standpoint, to be able to help the mobile strategy, whether it's a small business or an enterprise business. We have experience around it. So this is one of the charts that we did analysis on, and the numbers and the Rural Cyber's analysis on the numbers and projections. So what we your enterprise might have seen this chart or done some kind of study around it. But as you can see, the numbers tell the story. 50% is browsing for deals wherever you are. So 50% of the user community is browsing for deals. 48% is performing price comparison inside a store. 40% is using a mobile device to find a retail store. So these are very these are staggering numbers. These are very compelling numbers that we have to as an enterprise, you need to understand the need for mobile strategy, and these numbers are very compelling numbers to look into and quickly understand the pros and cons of going or not going into a mobile strategy. Return on investment. So we did a little bit of study around return on investment. So what we found out was that, as you can see, the initial investment is the one that we are trying to figure out here. So the mobile development is 40%. So it takes the whole, a lot of chunk there. But the important thing you need to note is 45% of this initial investment in the goes to commerce development, right? So you need to make the commerce ready so that we can tie in mobile strategies around it. So the point of this slide here is to showcase what goes into the initial investment of ramping up your mobile strategy, marketing, the maintenance aspect of it. So this is very crucial if you are thinking about a mobile strategy or you're trying to jumpstart your mobile strategy. This is one of the analysis that we did for our customer, American Express Middle East. And as you can see from the chart, I mean, I'm not going to go through the chart because it's very self-explanatory. How from year 5, how the return on investment has changed. As you can see, the development cost kind of goes down to like $0 in the next 5 years. The environment, there's environment cost, kind of it's the initial cost, but after that there's no dollars associated with environment setup. Support pretty much after a while it just goes into the support mode and stays there without any cost in 5 years. Revenue jumps up, and as you can see, in terms of the amount that you save is pretty staggering. Another return on investment report is from one of our customers, Yusufi Commerce. They're a Middle East company as well, and pretty much the same thing is the total return on investment just jumps so immensely that it's in fact it's a no-brainer why you should go to a mobile strategy, right? So mobile first, I'd like to hand it over to Neil. Neil is mobile first specialist from IBM Software. Neil, go on, and I'll get you to your first slide.
All right, great. Thanks, Sanjeev. So again, this is Neil Doherty from IBM. Really happy to have the opportunity to speak with you today with Royal Cyber. Royal Cyber is one of IBM's premier partners, and we're really looking forward to to working with Royal Cyber and bringing these mobile commerce solutions to the market, right? So IBM has been doing mobile for several years in a variety of different ways, but over the last 18 months, IBM has been really changing our strategy and becoming much more focused on the mobile ecosystem, right? So mobile, from an IBM perspective, is one of our key strategic pillars, and really we've spent a lot of investment, both resources and acquisitions, around bringing together a comprehensive mobile portfolio for our customers. If you look at some of the sort of key events over the last 18 months, it all really started about 18 months ago with the acquisition of a company called Worklight. Worklight being a mobile application development platform, recently rated by Gartner as the leader in the space. That is kind of the cornerstone of pulling together this strategy for IBM. Since then, we've complemented that platform both from an integration perspective and a security and device management perspective to really provide an end-to-end solution. So you can see a lot of investment of acquisition, a lot of internal sort of structural organizational change to rally around mobile. And it's led really to, earlier this year, IBM, from a marketing perspective, really coining this concept of mobile first. If you can go to the next slide, please. Mobile first is really, you can kind of think of it as an umbrella term, much like smarter commerce or some of the other IBM terms. And mobile first is really the suite of solutions, both software, services, managed solutions, industry solutions, that all tie back to mobile, right? So this graphic here kind of depicts it. It's a little bit on the clunky side, but I think you get the idea, right? It all really kind of rallies around the application and data platform. So what software and tools and technologies are you using to build, secure, and manage your mobile application? We complement that, kind of going down from the center. We complement that with other software components that in many cases are valuable to sort of complement that platform or complement your applications, right? So you may want to take advantage of some other IBM security solutions like application scanning for known vulnerabilities. You may want to take advantage of integrated analytics, so you can complement your mobile application with user experience analytics using products like T-Leap from IBM. And then you look at the management of devices through our endpoint management solution. The idea here is that you may have all of these needs, you may have fewer of these needs, but the solution portfolio from IBM is integrated and lets you sort of plug these things together very quickly when you need them. It's not something where you need all of these boxes, right? But if you have the requirement for these, the IBM solution comes, with sort of easy integration and end-to-end capabilities. So we've complemented the sort of the software portfolio with some managed services portfolios, hosting and the like, and then with our services partners like Royal Cyber, really building out a practice area and a discipline around extending out your systems and your applications out to mobile. Finally, on this slide, just in the terms at the top, you'll see industry solutions. What we're in the process of doing, and this is still kind of early, is we're building out sort of templatized mobile solutions built on this stack, right? So the idea is if you have a retail use case for your kind of typical commerce application or a typical kind of government application, whatever the case might be, the industry solutions products will be really a head start, right? And so you'll be able to take the appropriate pieces of the software stack, work with guys like the Royal Cyber team and take that template and really specialize it for your requirements. Not something where it's purely out of the box, but it gets you just a head start in terms of customizing the solution. So big picture, IBM mobile first portfolio, software products that are integrated, pre-integrated, and work well together, and then a variety of different sort of solutions that complement that portfolio. Okay, and then if you want to go to the next slide, please. If you look at kind of drilling down one level deeper, one of the things that we focused on specifically as part of that software portfolio is the full life cycle of application development in the mobile world, right? We've taken the full life cycle of tools and process for granted, I think, a little bit in the traditional IT space, right? We have tools that map to whatever process we're using and give us the technologies to get us through this cycle. In the world of mobile, that hasn't been the case, right? Over the last 12 to 18 months, this has really started to gel, but prior to that, it was the Wild West, right, of doing only what you could with the tools that existed. In many cases, for example, there were really no testing tools for mobile applications, right? And so what IBM is focused on is completing this circle, and different parts of this circle really touch on different parts of our product portfolio. But if you want to, and it certainly is recommended, to get into a disciplined mobile application development lifecycle, you have all of the pieces here now from IBM, starting at about 11 o'clock on the dial there, designing, developing with Worklight, instrumenting your application with Worklight, and then potentially with T-Leaf, integrating your application into your enterprise through either some of the Worklight integration capabilities or some of the advanced IBM integration capabilities with things like cast iron and ESB solutions from IBM. Testing mobile applications is part of Worklight now, and it's also some advanced features certainly available in the Rational Test Workbench solution, but really giving you much more complete testing tools for mobile. Scanning and certifying, I mentioned IBM products like AppScan, which scan your code for kind of known vulnerabilities and threats. Deploying and managing your mobile applications, that's really back into the Worklight space where you can operate mobile, you can manage versions and users and all that kind of good stuff. And then kind of completing the circle, you've instrumented your app to gather some analytics. Now you want to sort of obtain the insight into what people are doing with your application, understanding what's going right, what's going wrong, what areas are for improvement, and circle back to version 2 of your application, right? So this full life cycle is a big focus of IBM from a tooling perspective, and we have all of these pieces in place now that help you do this. It's not something, again, where all of them are required. You don't have to, for example, use something like T-Leaf, but should you find that valuable, the integration points are all sort of addressed in our life cycle of tools. So again, mobile first from IBM, very complete portfolio. We're really excited to be working with the Royal Cyber guys, and at that, I'll turn it back to you, Sanjeev.
Thanks, Neil. So now what I'm going to do is jump into what we, from Royal Cyber's perspective around solutions on mobile. So just to highlight some of the pre-developed plugins that we have right now is this slide here depicts how it's all laid out from, you buy IBM Commerce, B2B B or B2C store, and what you get from Commerce Store is all these features. And what we are doing is we're adding what is out of the box from a mobile commerce perspective, and adding some of our custom modules, things like virtual card, barcode, or QR code scanning, image recognition, and voice recognition. These are some of the pre-developed plugins that we have as part of our Royal Cyber offering. So this slide here kind of shows you the overall life cycle of the virtual shopping checkout cycle. So the customer scans the barcode or QR code reader using mobile. Then they add the items to the e-cart. Then they go through the checkout card. The card received to the store. The way they receive the store is through the unique QR reader, so it gets a barcode, and that barcode is scanned by the register, and they either do the home delivery within time period or they come and pick it up. So this is the virtual shopping or checkout cycle that we have. The reason we wanted to do this in terms of inefficiency is the 0% theft risk factor and 100% accuracy and efficiency, right? And then the other key aspect is the labor cost increases. So these were the reasons why we think that virtual shopping would be one of the key elements to mobile commerce. The other is the customer checkout self-verification, which is customer scans code at store by using mobile. Then they add that item to the cart. They do a checkout cart to store using the wide area network. So we are working internally on a capability to transfer the cart from one phone to the other very easily, similar to how like the new Samsung Galaxy does that, where you can share very quickly. The same idea. Then once the cart is received to the store, checkout ID verification is done, payments are made, and the customer leaves the store. So it's a very quick process. So this slide also depicts kind of the same principle here, where customer scans code at store using mobile, adding items to cart, then the checkout cart to store using one happens. The cart received to store, then the checkout ID verification happens, the labor packaging and place to counter happens, and then the payment is done. So these as you can see, the process is first of all, it's seamless and it's very quick, so you get a very good experience. The voice recognition is another aspect that as part of our pre-built modules that we have, where customer scans barcode or the QR reader using mobile. The customer now can speak selected item names, and then the item gets added to the cart, and then the checkout process happens. So this is voice recognition. Image recognition is where we use a barcode. We scan. You use a barcode to scan it, take a snapshot of the selected, add that to the cart, and go through the checkout process. So overall, the solution contains the shopping process, which are I've kind of highlighted it. So the basic idea here, we call this a self-checkout process, or also a scan and go process, where customers scan. Basically, the process is they scan it, they scan the items using any of the three different ways. They can either speak to it with the item name or the number. They can scan using the QR code to capture the item and put it in their cart, or they can do one is voice recognition, one is image recognition, and then they can do a manual type of that particular item if the voice and image recognition don't work. So these are the three different ways you can add it to the cart. Then once the cart, you add it to the cart, once you are done with shopping, you can say I'm done with shopping, and you can click on a button that prints out your QR code. You can give it to the counter, to the register. The registered person then scans the QR code, prints out the bill, and then you can pay it in the form that you want, and you're done. So you don't have to go through the whole process of the reception, the person, the register, going through the whole process of scanning each item and prolonging the time of your shopping. So this is a very quick way of doing a scan and go self-checkout process. Digital catalog, this is another offerings that we have. And what this is basically is you have your iPad, iPhone. What you're doing is you're basically swiping through the catalog, looking at the catalog and swiping through the catalog. And if you like an item, you are adding that item to the to your order, and then you are going through the self-checkout process to check it out. So this is another offering that we have around digital catalog and product listings. So this is the swipe. So you're seeing different items here. Once you select an item, this is a screen that shows how you can check out that item and add it to your store. So this is a detailed one. This is where you can select which ones you want to add, and then you can confirm the order, and then you get paid. Okay, so so this screen here gives you a very high level. This is more architectural diagram, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I just wanted to. This gives you a holistic view of what are the elements that play a role in terms of the self-checkout process. So you have and what we are using to make this happen. So in the front end, we have IBM Worklight as our mobile strategy. We are creating custom adapters. Adapters are transport layers that connect to the back end and get you real data to your mobile device. So adapters are, you can think of it as a transport layer. It transfers content from the back end to your mobile device. It goes through a network process, and then it connects to the back end to the commerce service core system. So this is kind of the overall architectural diagram, high-level architectural diagram of the parties, the products, and the parties that are making this happen. The other offering that we have is the mobile commerce app enhancements or reporting and analysis. So we use TLE for doing like gesture-based analytics, and also doing the whole process of identifying what the user is doing in terms of user sessions, tracking it, reporting what's happening in every aspect of the workflow when the users from the time the user logs into the system and selects the cart to the time the user checks out and makes a payment. What is the process that they're doing? How are they capturing? What are they shopping? How are they shopping? And if something goes wrong, what it is that's going wrong? Why are they abandoning the carts? Why are they doing? So it gives a very high level and also an in-depth idea of this shopping pattern of users in your system. So this is one of the offerings that Worklight provides, is to not only create these modules, but to also enhance the modules to from a user's perspective, understand the usability and make enhancements to it. So this is another offering that around reporting and analysis that Worklight does. This is one of the offerings that we also have, which we call targeted campaign. It's where we are integrating we are integrating the enterprise marketing management, where if we are targeting specific ad campaign based on the user's geographic location, users' preferences. And basically, we are personalizing the ad campaign based on the user type. So this is where we use IBM Commerce and IBM Unica to come up with the ad campaign, so that when the users are in specific geolocation, they can get that specific coupons or specific ad campaigns for that location. Worklight's this is the promotion offer, which is basically the same as a targeted campaign, a little more high-level view of what's going on. So if you're walking on a street, say, for example, say Fifth Avenue, and within 500 meters, what this promotion campaign or targeted campaign does, it based on your geographic location, it provides you the promotion bundle using BPM, or and then it passes it back to your phone, so that you can say, I'm walking Fifth Avenue in New York, and I see a store there that has a campaign going on, or for coupons, if you buy one get one free kind of deal. Then you can easily get that on a phone and be able to go in there and shop and go through the scan and go checkout process and be able to get it done very quickly. So we offer from a rural cyber's perspective, we have these modules that not only allows you to do promotion offers on targeted campaigns, but also to be able to, once you are able to bring your customers to your store, then give them the opportunity to go through the whole scan and go process, so their shopping is so much easier. This is, I think I talked to this in previous slide. This is one of our proof of concepts that we are doing around the transferring of the content from one mobile device to the other using the WAN and LAN card transfer. So this is kind of the really innovative piece of implementation that we are doing. It's not fully implemented yet, but we are very close to getting this implemented. So I've talked a lot about rural cyber's mobile offerings, but you might be interested to know what it is that goes underneath the covers, what it is that we do, right? What are the products we use? So from a mobile standpoint, right now, we since being IBM's partner, our whole mobile strategy is to use the IBM products, right? So we have IBM Worklight server, which acts as the as one of the mobile servers that we use. We use IBM Worklight as the mobile platform in rural cyber to connect to the commerce stores and get the information and surface that into a mobile device. Adapter is the small component that you see. It's not really right now. I have put this as a small component, but in reality, this is not a small component. This is one of the most important components. Like I mentioned before, adapters are transport layers that transport the data from the back end that you see in oranges, that are highlighted, the boxes in oranges, to the front end, highlighted in blue, the IBM Worklight server, and to the mobile device. So that's what adapter does. So this is a very high level view of what goes underneath the covers to make this thing happen. So I've talked about rural cyber solutions on mobile. Now, the question might be, what are your mobile offerings, right? From a go-to-market strategy, what do you offer? So we have what we called a complete 39-day solution. This is from the day you start on, from the day you start initiating the project all the way to deployment. So this is one keynote that I like to identify here is that this is for a small to medium size pages. It's not a large enterprise application. If it's more than 30 to 40 pages, then it does not apply. The solution does not apply to it. So this is the package Rural Cyber offers to develop and deploy standard level mobile app that is 30 to 40 pages and built in SOA architecture, the SOA architecture. So it's a complete 39-day solution. We start off with 5 days of initiation where we kind of do the discovery phase. Then we jump into design, which is typically 4 days. Then we plan for it. After we design it, we want to figure out how we're going to plan for it. It typically takes about 7 to 10 days. the development cycle, which is 15 to 20 days, testing 5 days, and then I would say less than 4 days for deployment. So overall, it's a 39 days. We'll try to package it into a 39 days project. So we know what we are giving to the customer. So we are all on the same page. So the mobile commerce offerings is from the left. We have the cart, we have the QR code scanning, we have voice recognition, and we have image scanning. So on the right, what you see is our mobility solution. The mobile solution that we offer is minimized time estimates, perfect implementations, extended features that you see in the left, maximize scope, and this whole process takes about 39 days. So why use Worklight, IBM Worklight for mobile commerce, right? So one of the things that we wanted to identify at our initial stages of implementing Worklight is what is the competitive edge that you get from using IBM Worklight versus other mobile solutions that are in the market out there. So we did a case study of different mobile strategies. So based on the feedback from our customers, based on the pain points that our customers were giving us, what we found out was that IBM Worklight was the best. So we used 3 or 4, actually 4 of them, for different big mobile platforms out there, and we looked at the points that were that we wanted to target, and like web apps versus hybrid apps versus native apps. So it's all these elements. So we put it into the respective rows and columns, and we quickly figure out that IBM Worklight has the complete solution in terms of writing an application, to deploying the application, to managing the application, and so the whole scalability, performance, and maintenance aspect was so much easier. Case studies. So in terms of case studies, what it is that we did, right? So I'll use, like I mentioned before, Al Yusufi Commerce Store is one of our customers, and we this gives you a very high level of what we did for Al Yusufi. Things like shopping cart, easy sign-in, product catalog, e-payment. These are all part of the Al Yusufi Commerce, and this has been a very successful project for us, and we are able to we were able to do a lot of things around the mobile strategy for Al Yusufi store. The other case study that we have is around mobile banking. I know this topic is today's webinar is about mobile commerce, but I like to point out the reason I put this slide here is to give you an idea that we also focus on other aspects of mobile strategy around banking. And American Express, Bahrain, Middle East was one of our largest customers, and they are still our largest customer. Working on, they have Worklight as part of their mobile strategy, and they are working with us on creating the different components that you see highlighted in this slide here. Things like user cards, alert management, membership rewards. So although this is a different domain, but it's very important to understand, what we as Rural Cyber have been able to accomplish in terms of mobile strategy. So call to action. So so far, you have heard that we have Rural Cyber solution on mobile. This is our mobile commerce offerings. But how do we as Rural Cyber make you comfortable? What it is that we offer in terms of saying that, hey, we are an expert, and you need to give us an opportunity to come in and help you out on your mobile strategy. So call to action, what we offer is where we come in and where we say, okay, we have two aspects to what we offer. One is a complimentary health check. So this complimentary health check is like a 2 to 3 days of on-site engagement, and it's typically with our senior architect to do an environment health check. What that environment health check also gives you is you are able to understand the as-is and the to-be environment. Typically, what I've, from my experience, from our experience with World Cyber, is that typically when we are engaged with our customers, they know where they stand and where they want to be in terms of business. But what we help them is how do you get there? What is the roadmap to get to that to be or the future environment? And we give them a roadmap and make them understand these are the components that play part in that process, and this is how we can help you. We'll show them a roadmap that talks about a project, a project strategy, how we can bring in World Cyber's team to implement a project for them to get to the next stage, or a staff augmentation strategy where we give them staff and the project management is done by their own team. Also, we do perform gap analysis, basically to understand. It kind of goes side by side with the as-is and to-be environment. So gap analysis is where we understand what they're missing in terms of the capabilities and try to fill the void. Then we give our customers a detailed recommendation on in a formal document that kind of highlights what we found out and what it is that we need to do to make that to have them for them to be in the next stage, right? In the next process, what it is that they need to do. So we give them a very comprehensive document that explains the detailed steps on how to do that and what we found and how we can help them get to the next level that they want to go. The other aspect to what we offer is what we call Mobilize My Enterprise. This is basically a 5-day mobile effort where we take the simplest use case in your environment and convert that into a mobile hybrid application at a very fractional cost. I say fractional cost is because we only charge for overheads. We don't charge for anything else. So this gives an advantage for our customers in terms of they become comfortable working with us and they understand our capabilities so that they when we actually sit down for a full-fledged project, they already know who we are and what we can do. At the end of this 5-day mobile work effort, what we do is we give them, give the customers a development team, if they have one, a VM image with the code base, and this is all contingent upon what type of license that they have around Worklight, but we give them a full development environment virtual image that they can, that their internal developers can start playing with and maintaining the code. Okay, I think we have about 10 minutes now for a Q&A, so I'll leave the line open. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask now.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hi. So Doctor, yeah, please go ahead. I think your voice is coming slow.
Yeah, hi Sanjeev. This is Sudhakar from Armark. I have a question. I know this is more concentrated on e-commerce. Just wanna ask a question. Is that I know that Worklight comes with for portal as well. We are now portal customers. Wanna know, do you have any strategies for portal as well?
Yeah. Neil, are you on the call? Okay, I think Neil dropped out. So as you know now, I don't know if you know this or not, but every product now what they're doing is they're giving an entitlement to Worklight. So if you buy Portal as part of a Worklight application that you Worklight environment that you can build a Worklight application that can connect to your Portal backend and consume it, whether consuming it as an XML transformation or a straightforward content as services. So Portal 8.0.0.1, I believe, BPM 8.5, Commerce. These all are starting to come up with the Worklight entitlement that you can use. Now, obviously, this is for development. What you get out of that entitlement is an environment where you can build the mobile applications and test it, in a development environment. Also, you get sample, mobile applications that you kind of get an idea of how that should be implemented. You can also use the sample applications to extend that sample application to make it more robust, make it more complex. So to answer your question, the mobile strategy is not only just for IBM Commerce. There's Portal, IBM Connections, most of the IBM products that are out, basically out there. The common ones are using some form of Worklight in the new versions that are coming out.
Yeah, actually, we use Wickham a lot, content management a lot in our environment. Do you have any case studies that have any Worklight integration with Wickham?
Yes, we have the case study that we did was not for a customer. We did an internal project on it. The integration is we are using IBM Worklight for we have an integrated environment that has that demo. From an integration standpoint, we are doing it. The integration pattern that we are using is it's called a custom adapter, where you are creating a custom adapter in Worklight. Now, like I mentioned, the adapter is a transport layer. If you look in the adapter underneath the covers, what you see is there is three elements to an adapter. One is the JavaScript that you are writing, basically to connect to your backend, to your WCM, and XSL, which is a style sheet that does the transformation of the content that you get back, and the configuration file, the XML file that has the connections to the backend information. So that is the sense of what an adapter is. And so what we did in terms of WCM integration is we created a custom adapter that connected to the backend and got the data and basically transformed that data into using XSL and passed it on to Worklight. In terms of how what IBM's strategy is, right now in the IBM Worklight, there isn't a adapter that comes out of the box for Worklight. So if you were to download IBM Worklight 6.0 version right now and take a look at the out-of-the-box adapters, you'll see that there's basically four adapters. There's a SQL adapter, there's the HTTP adapter, there is the JMS adapter, and there's one other adapter, which is I can't remember. I think it's a Node.js adapter. So if you want to do an integration with WCM, you as of now you create this custom adapter, and you integrate that custom adapter into, and you use this custom adapter to consume the content from your WCM and surface it on the portal. We have a case study on that as an internal project.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, Prince. Prince, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Sanjeev, and I would like to extend our thanks to everyone who has attended the webinar, and the special thanks to the speakers, Sanjeev and Neil. And the recorded session of this webinar will be available on our website, and I'll be shooting out personal emails to everyone with a link. So thank you once again to all of you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.